Welcome to Charles Travels, the podcast where we explore the wonders of our world, one story at a time. I'm your host, Charles, and I'm delighted to have you join me on this journey today. As we embark on a new adventure, let's take a trip to Copenhagen, Denmark, a city known for its rich history, stunning architecture, and iconic landmarks. Today, we're going to talk about a rather unusual story that has been making headlines in the Danish capital. You may have heard of the famous Little Mermaid statue, which has become a symbol of Copenhagen and one of its most popular tourist attractions. However, there's another mermaid statue in town that has been causing quite a stir. Meet the Big Mermaid, a 4-meter-tall statue with, shall we say, generous proportions. The statue was unveiled in 2006 and was initially located near the Little Mermaid, but after complaints about its sexualized depiction of a woman, it was moved to Drager Fort, a former sea fortification south of the city. The controversy surrounding the Big Mermaid has been ongoing for years, with some critics calling it pornographic and vulgar. The statue's designer, Peter Beck, argues that the criticism is pure nonsense, and that the mermaid's proportions are perfectly normal. However, others believe that the statue perpetuates unrealistic beauty standards and body shaming. As we explore this story, I'm reminded of the importance of cultural sensitivity and the impact that art can have on our perceptions of beauty and identity. The Big Mermaid may be a source of fascination for some, but for others, it's a symbol of objectification and misogyny. As we take a break from this thought-provoking story, I invite you to reflect on the role of art in shaping our cultural values and the ways in which we perceive beauty. Is the Big Mermaid a harmless work of art, or does it perpetuate harmful stereotypes? We'll be right back with more fascinating travel adventures on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we continue our journey through the world's most compelling stories, I want to take you to a region that's often overlooked, yet bears witness to some of the most extraordinary tales of resilience and hope. Today, we find ourselves in northern Nigeria, where the landscape is as vast and unforgiving as the challenges faced by its people. In the northwest part of the country, a series of overnight raids has left communities shattered and families torn apart. Gunmen, often referred to locally as bandits, have abducted at least 60 people, mostly women and children, from 5 villages in Zamfara state. The attackers struck under the cover of darkness, leaving a trail of destruction and despair in their wake. As we delve deeper into this story, I'm reminded of the countless times I've witnessed the human spirit's capacity to persevere in the face of adversity. In Sabongaring Damre, the traditional head of the community, Shehu Musa, shared with me the details of the attack, his voice laced with a mix of sadness and determination. The attackers invaded our communities, kidnapping no fewer than 45 people from the 5 neighboring villages, he said. We're doing everything we can to support the families affected, but it's a difficult time for all of us. As I speak with residents like Hassan Dada, who lost loved ones in the attack, I'm struck by the sense of fear and uncertainty that pervades these communities. They mostly kidnapped women and children after killing some of our people, he said, his eyes filled with a deep sorrow. Some residents have started fleeing their community due to fear. But even amidst such chaos and destruction, there are glimmers of hope. The Nigerian security forces, though often overwhelmed by the sheer scale of the problem, are working tirelessly to combat these armed groups and bring relief to affected communities. As we explore this complex and troubled region, I'm reminded of the importance of understanding the intricate web of factors that contribute to such conflicts. From poverty and inequality to environmental degradation and social injustice, the roots of violence in northern Nigeria run deep. And yet, it's precisely in these moments of darkness that we're called upon to bear witness, to listen, and to learn from those who are struggling to rebuild their lives. As we navigate the complexities of this story, I invite you to join me on a journey of discovery, one that acknowledges the dignity and resilience of ordinary people doing extraordinary things. In a world where headlines often dominate our attention, it's easy to overlook the quiet strength and courage of individuals like Shehu Musa and Hassan Dada. But their stories, though marked by hardship and struggle, are a testament to the power of human connection and the boundless capacity for hope that resides within us all. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Charles Travels. Welcome back to Charles Travels. As we conclude our journey today, I'd like to take you to a place where the forces of nature have reminded us of their power and fury. In the northern Himalayan state of Uttarakhand, India, a devastating flood has swept through the region, leaving a trail of destruction and chaos in its wake. As I speak, rescue workers are battling against heavy rain and blocked roads to reach those stranded in the affected areas. The village of Darali, a popular stop on the way to the Hindu pilgrimage town of Gangotri, has been particularly hard hit. A sudden surge of muddy water mixed with debris engulfed the valley, leaving at least 4 people dead and dozens reported missing. The images coming out of Uttarakhand are nothing short of breathtaking. Torrents of dark, debris-filled water crashing through Darali, sweeping away buildings and roads as residents fled for their lives. The Indian Army is leading the rescue efforts, with additional military columns deployed, along with tracker dogs, drones, and heavy earth-moving equipment. As I reflect on this story, I'm reminded of the importance of respecting the power of nature. The Himalayas are a majestic and awe-inspiring range, but they can also be unforgiving. The people of Uttarakhand have shown remarkable resilience in the face of disaster, and our thoughts are with them as they work to rebuild and recover. As we conclude this segment, I'd like to leave you with a sense of wonder at the natural world and a deep appreciation for the human spirit. Whether we're traveling through the mountains or exploring our own backyards, there's always something new to discover and learn from. That's all for today's Charles Travels. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, keep on traveling.